Are you in love? Do you feel it in your stomach? Does it twist and turn and scream and burn and start to make you cry, but you like it? Don't want to let it slip away. Does it stretch into your throat until you don't know what to say? Does it hold you? Under its pillow in the night, it kills you with its passion and its endless beam of light. When you see yourself, in the future frail and gray, who do you want beside you when you wake to start your day? Yeah, it's extreme. I know what you're gonna say. I'm being too dramatic, but this feeling feels this way. Are you in love? Do you feel it in your spine? Shaking, waking, tearing, breaking, taking its sweet time, but you want it. Yeah, you need it just to breathe. You're never sure of what trick it's pulling from its sleeve. If you said yes to all the things above, then yes, my friend, I'm sorry. It appears you are in love.
Have you ever been in love? For a long time, I wondered if I would ever find it, and if so, how it would look like. I thought it was going to be like the grand and silly love stories I watched in Korean dramas or rom-com movies, where I'd first cry a lot and probably go through some earth-shattering tragic event before getting swept off my feet by a hunk who happens to look a lot like Heath Ledger. May his soul rest in peace. That's a lot of daydreaming for a girl who doesn't even believe in Valentines and used to find it frivolous, like a Hallmark holiday to make you buy things you don't want for people who don't need them. I'm not a red roses bouquet, candlelit dinner over steak and wine kind of girl. But this year it's different. This year for Valentine's, I thought about love not just in its most obvious Hollywood forms, but in its small, quiet, and simple ways of showing up. I thought about my favorite morning routine, waking up to a baking sun and letting its rays wash over me, making a matcha latte that still beats any other cafe ones I've tried out there. I think younger me was looking for a love that only happens on screen. But for most people, that isn't real life. For most people, life is difficult, messy, painful, and complex, with real consequences. Love doesn't become the main event, superseding and overwhelming the narrative. It can happen in the cracks. It blossoms in the in-between. It hits you when you don't even expect it. It looks like a boy who shows you his dog, and suddenly you take it out together for walks in the park.
You wouldn't put that in anyway.
Watch me! You will be scared of your digital footprint.
I'm giving you views, man. You really should pay me for the engagement you get from Cooper.
Some small fee. I have never exploited Cooper in my life. Okay?
Stop it.
Oh. I was just filming though. It looks like laughing at each other for doing stupid things. Being unafraid to do those stupid things. It looks like going on drives with Christmas songs played low over the radio, decked out in festive colors, when you used to hate matching with people. When holidays become an occasion to be in the presence of each other and with families, grounded in generosity. A love like this crept up on me, and I knew it was true in its comfort and warmth in the face of every other hardship life can hand.
Never know. City driven all the way across America. And when he got to the edge, there was nowhere left to go. Nowhere left to go.
And to me, the best kind of love is one that's shared, that's given abundantly without inhibition. That source for me has always come from family, who are my greatest gift from God.
Nowhere left to go.
Nobody's looking on live stream.
I think I can understand what love is when I sit and eat with a full house of people who have watched me grown up, through the teenage emo phases, through the bad haircuts and temper tantrums, and crack enough inside jokes to last till the next century.
Trying so hard. These Birb He doesn't need it. Oh my god, you crack me up so hard. You crack me up so hard. That's so shampoo, I need it.
My family taught me much about love, and it's this: that despite friction, catty fights growing up, casual annoyance, even difference in opinions or ideology, that I'm still here for you. We're born of the same blood. I will show up for you again and again. I'll buy you a Christmas present that you didn't request for, simply because it made me think of you, and I thought you would like it. We belong to each other fiercely.
Oh my god!
This kind of love is enduring, and it's faithful. Love is also, I think, in the wind. There's something magical that steals over me when I go out for a ride on my bike and the breeze collides, liquid smooth, through our hair and out again into the world. It makes me feel wildly free. Seeing how beautifully this earth is created while the wind rushes beside me reminds me of the goodness of my own God and how carefully He has made me too. This kind of love is sacrificial and divine. It paves the way for how I try to love everything else in return. So, is this love? I think so. I feel it in my spine, shaking, waking, tearing, breaking, taking its sweet time, but I want it, and I need it just to breathe. Today it appears I am in love indeed.